All right. Good morning, everybody. If you give me a 1, if the mic sounds all right, quality-wise. If you could hit that 1 if you can hear me and if it sounds okay. So Amaro, Pam, Kevin, auto trading, okay. Eli, Garrett, Pulse, Evil. Okay, very good, very good. Well, good morning, everybody. It is, well, wait a second. I knew something felt off. There we go. Very quickly, for those of you that watch us in the archive, if you enjoy and want to have something to continue to watch in the archive, then this is totally viewer supported. So code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms is how you can best help support the stream. And like I said, ensure that you continue to have something to watch in the archive. I recommend, I really love Take Profit Trader as my prop firm of choice. But I do understand everybody's at different stages. Maybe you're trying to build an empire with multiple accounts across multiple prop firms. So like I said, any of these, code CLAY will give you whatever the prop firm's current promotions are. That's what code CLAY will give to you. So like I said, if you want to save yourself some money, help support the stream, then you can do that with any of these prop firms. And for those of you that have used code CLAY and continue to use it, I appreciate it. It makes a difference, and it is, like I said, the best way to help support the stream. All right, there we go. I knew something didn't quite feel right, but there we go. So officially, good morning. It is Thursday, May 7th. The year is 2026. And I guess right now we're just going up. Not straight up. There's been some pullbacks along the way, but there have been some very interesting candles that suggested maybe we need a little bit of a deeper pullback, but the chart continues to just say, nah, that's okay. I mean, you look at that candle right there. No, that's okay. We're going to go back up. You look at that candle right there. No, that's all right. Let's just keep on working up. So it is, there definitely seems to be some strength out there. I am potentially interested in a short up around the dotted brown line right there. That is the pivot point, which today I guess pivot points are showing up on the 2-minute. I don't know why some days the pivots show up on the 2-minute, other days they don't. They always show up on my 5-minute chart on Tradeovate. But if any of you here use Tradeovate and you have, I don't know, a tip or a trick on how you can always get the pivot points to show up on your I guess time frames other than your 5-minute, I'm all ears. Looking to go to Take Profit Trader, think it's the best. Yeah, Marty, I'm good place to start for sure, especially if you're a beginner to the prop firm space. Hey, good morning, time. Hey, morning, random. I don't know, Slowmaro. Maybe. Like I said, I'm basically at 20 years now in the market, so I've seen quite a bit, but there's no doubt about it. The way that it goes up, this might be the craziest in the sense of this. I mean, there's all sorts of drama going on. There's obviously, for whatever, whether you want to call it a war or whatever the technicality term is. I think it has caught a lot of people off guard, including myself. Like, if you would have said all this stuff was going on, and especially all the drama, the he said, she said, okay, we're doing this. No, we never said that. Yeah, you did. No, we didn't. Like, all that drama, and then tell me that the market just is like going to all-time highs and grinding higher and higher. I'd be like, no, that doesn't seem like what's going to happen. But that is what's happening, which makes it strange. All right, we are approaching that area. Were you copy trading Raspberry? Hey, good morning, Uncle Corico. Hey, Brad, good morning. All right, looking for a potential short here at the pivot point. The white line here is the high of the day. So the price can never get above that white line. The white line itself will just adjust itself higher. But we are going to see if we can cook something up at the pivot point right there. Yep, copy trading. Wow, you've had one pro account for going on 3 months. That's got to be a nice little ROI you got on that account. Oh, come on, go up a little bit higher. You're this close to my ideal target. So let's just pop up a little bit more. Come on. All right. Ooh, wait. I think we do. Pretty sure we do. We definitely do if I use that low. What about that one right there? Do we still? Yeah. Okay, rising wedge pattern, which is a bearish pattern. Does not mean that the price will go down, but yeah, rising wedge here. So in all actuality, when I was, and I kind of had this in the back of my mind, but I'm glad I drew it out here. There is this upward trend line. So me trying to get short up around the pivot point, not only would it have been the pivot point, it was going to be up in the vicinity of not only these previous highs also, but also within the vicinity of this trend line up here. But as you see, we never quite got up there, and now it's rejecting, and now do I want to play the breakdown? I'm not going to take the break here, but let's do this. If this candle can stay... Okay, I was going to say if this candle can stay above, but it's looking like that's not going to... Wow. Okay, rising wedge, doing... Wow, rising wedge, doing absolute work here. Dang. Now, to be fair, would I still be holding had I gotten short up there? Maybe a contract or two, but it's not like I would have been at full position size. But yeah, that's kind of disappointing. But yeah, how are all your days going? Sorry, I'm being a jerk. I didn't even ask how your days are going. So you guys having a good day, bad day? Green, red, terrible, best day ever. Passed an account, blew an account, got a payout. Green so far. I had one loser, then a winner, and then a winner. Yeah. I know how that can go sometimes, random. Sorry to hear, Pam. Terrible account blown. $2 green. Well, hey, if that green was done with good habits, then that's it. That's a good solid green. Green caught some surprise slippage. Oh, I like surprise slippage when it's in my favor. Small green, one loser. I added 150K. Thank you, Frank, for using code Clay. I added. Okay. So you didn't get it because you blew an account. You added it to some already accounts there, Frank. I like that context of using code Clay. When you're adding it to your empire. Nice, Frank. I'm red, but very small red. Crazy Sheller green. Laura. Hey, Lauren. Look at you. Look at Lauren calling all of us awesome traders. Who was it? Fish yesterday? Who called everybody lazy? And then somebody later on, I was like, man, why do I hang around here? I'm getting called a baboon. Then other people are calling me lazy. Who was that? I mean, it was a very funny observation. Hey, Meg. Good morning, Maggie. Maybe a short here. If it wants to back test this former breakdown point. You are, Maggie. You got to get that under control. As we talked yesterday, there is no room for ego in trading. I don't know if Barb will be back. I think for Barb, because it was a guy. Like, it's a guy. I think he knew that we were we were onto him. Okay, they get it. It's just a big troll. So he's probably moved elsewhere. Or I don't know. Maybe he came back as Dominique. So yeah, yesterday, late day, Dominique, he got me good. I should have checked the profile earlier to realize that he had just created the profile. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I do offer a mentorship program at claytrader.com. Looking to short MYM from MYM. Why? Yeah, MYM, the Dow. I don't know if I've ever seen MYM. Usually it's just the YM. But yeah, MYM, okay. All right, Animosity. I appreciate that. Nice trade plan there. All right, maybe a short here as, well, it didn't really do a back test and get rejected. So these are always the tricky things with the rising wedge. When you have that 21 EMA down below, Doesn't mean that can't work out or, can't be a scalpy scalp, which this one was, but, that's always a potential pitfall to the rising wedge, is if the 21 EMA does ultimately provide some support. And that's essentially kind of what happened to this rising wedge so far. Again, I mean, if you got short up here or you took the breakdown, there was still plenty of room for a scalpy scalp, or for anybody that were looking for kind of the bigger rollover. That's where you got to always kind of keep an eye on that 21 EMA. That can kind of rain on your parade if you are somebody that is looking for those, bigger rollovers. I will be looking for another short up around this area here. Again, we would have the pivot point. We'd have the top part of the pattern. But right now, kind of in a, for me at least, a little bit of a no man's land. Oil kind of just sitting on top of the 5-minute oil, just sitting on top of the 21 EMA. What's gold doing? Gold also doing battle with the pivot point on the 5-minute, and ES pushing high. Okay. Yeah. Huh. And this one is kind of that MNQ is kind of just sitting here. A little red today, but so far I think I'm doing okay. Well, I don't know. Did you cut any losers? Did you have any? Wait. Oh, well, if you're down 176, and that means you were able to cut some losing trades, which is good. That's a sign of the ego getting under control. If you can just say, I was wrong, therefore I need to cut the loss. Why does this wedge look so similar to yesterday's? I'd be lying if I said I really remembered anything about any specific situation yesterday. Sometimes I can barely remember a trade I made 3 minutes ago. But yeah, I think maybe did we have a rising wedge yesterday? Okay, maybe kind of sorta. Okay, let me put my looking to get short at the red line. So now looking basically for a fake break of the pivot point. But if it decides to just get rejected off of the pivot point, well, then there will be no trade for me. But I'm looking for a fake break of the pivot. I'm looking for the fake to begin up around that yellow line, which is the top part. So let's see if we can push up a little bit more. That red line turns blue. I am in. I am, in and underwater immediately. So as of now, did not seem to care about the trend line resistance, but let's see if it wants to get back below that blue line. I am short. I have a hard time believing this won't at least go back and kind of retest that pivot point area. So this is dangerous what I'm doing. Come on. Come on. Oh, no. Don't bounce. Uh-oh. Look at that. It bounced right off the pro forma breakout point. That is textbook, but I don't want textbook to take place right now. But that is just a textbook move. Broke up through that resistance, pulled back, and look, bounced beautifully off that yellow line right there. But as of right now, the textbook move is not the move I want. Can you make an exception for me, brother? Come on. Okay, out there for a loss. I don't know what, like, I don't know, 20 bucks or something like that. Given how strong that was, glad I didn't panic out, but for me, the right thing to do is just, take the small little loss. You can always get back in. I'm not going to need to trade like a superhero to get back the whatever I just lost there, 23 bucks, something like that. So looking like I would have been okay even if I wanted a small green trade, but at that point, I'll just take the joining into you shorting all-time highs. This is indeed an entertaining stream. Yeah, why would you not short all-time highs? Burial, are you part of the cult by any chance? Like, do you like to use abbreviations in your trading, Burial? Now, when I said what I'm thinking about doing was dangerous, that would have actually been perfect. I was thinking about adding some more because I'm like, come on, is this thing really just going to... I'd think there'd be at least some pullback. So I was going to add another 5, which would have brought my average up. I mean, and that would have been a very nice trade. But I decided against it. I was like, yeah, I don't want to get that dangerous, but... I mean, I've been around to know all of them despite my consent. Well, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand your point, though, Burial. Like, you're one of these people that makes it seem like shorting all-time highs is stupid, but, like, that, I mean, me shorting all-time highs, granted, I'm talking in hindsight, but, like, it worked out. It would have worked out just fine. And I learned yesterday that, because I've ever since in the futures, it seems like some people are obsessed with all-time highs. Oh, we're at all-time highs, so blah, 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 blah. It's like, wait, what? And they're like, oh, yeah, well, it's the cult. The cult leader actually, he makes the big deal about all-time highs. So now, Brielle bringing it up like that was somehow kind of stupid move on my part. It's like, well, wait a second. Maybe you're part of the cult. Again, I'm not going to say that all-time highs is like something I guess you shouldn't factor in or shouldn't be aware of. But like, I think you have to realize that sometimes the price could consolidate at all-time highs for like weeks on end. So what, you're like not supposed to trade? Or if it's grinding higher, then like it's putting in new all-time. Like I just, let me put it this way. I don't really care that the price at all-time highs. I'm just trying to trade the chart. No, me saying what's a dangerous move was not shorting all-time highs. The dangerous move was me thinking of adding some more as it went against me, which in hindsight would have definitely been the right move. That's what I meant by the dangerous move. Trading plan. All right, Ravin, I appreciate the trading plan there. All right, Brill. Sounds good. Thank you, Skin. Yes, if you're enjoying, or if you've been here before and you know you're going to enjoy, but you just simply forgot, hit that like button. It helps. It may not seem like it's doing a whole lot, but it does help. All right, well, this has now been, I mean, it was a rising wedge, but a sloppy one. We had the fake breakdown here. Again, if you're a scalpy scalper, fine. So we had the fake breakdown here. Now we have like a fake break. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, okay. So yeah, I'm just going to get rid of it now. My goal is to get me. Not quite sure what you're saying there, Maggie. Maybe you got a typo in there. My goal is to get, oh, there we go. Get my first payout and then get, yeah, so you're using what I coined the surgeon's dilemma. It's like, listen, I want to be a brain surgeon. However, before I go to medical school, could I please perform brain surgery on you? And then the funds that you pay me to perform brain surgery, I will take those and go to medical school to learn how to become a brain surgeon. So Maggie, you are doing what I would, like I said, classify as the surgeon's dilemma. Does that actually mean, would you let somebody do brain surgery on you if they were telling you how they're not a brain surgeon, but after you pay them for successful brain surgery, even though they're not a brain surgeon and have not gone to school to be a brain surgeon, but after you pay them for the successful surgery, then they're going to go learn how to become a brain surgeon? Don't deflect though, Maggie. Don't deflect. Well, that's what they do in Mexico. I know. I think about that, Maggie. Do you see any flaws in that logic? Hey, congrats, Wayne. All right, let's... And just so you know, this logical fallacy that people tell themselves has been around for a long time. This will be funny. Well, for me, it will be funny. Let's see. Surgeon dilemma. Is that how you spell dilemma? Yeah, right there. Look at that. The surgeon's dilemma. Look at this. Look at this little. Hello? There it is. Look at that little pudge ball. Look at this guy. So right there, brain surgeon. Right there. See? See, Maggie? That sort of logic has been around for, let's see, I probably did that video back in 2013. So that's like a 13-year-old video right there. There's nothing new under the sun, folks. Abel, is that your trading strategy? You're just like, every day you just tell yourself, okay, we're going for like the next $1,000 move. So like if we hit 29 today, are you showing back up tomorrow and your whole trade plan is going to be YOLOing for 30K? And then if we hit 30K, you're just going to show up and be like, it's 31K today. And then the next day, hey, it's 32K today. Yeah, I probably was. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah, that'd be fair. I'm sure I was pretty nervous doing those videos. I have not watched one in a long time. Maybe the nervousness comes out. And yes, 13 years dealing with baboons, it does something to your soul, for sure. So yeah, I'm sure I was a bit nicer back then. But yeah, you deal with baboons for 13 years, then we'll talk. We'll still see if you're nice. Abel with this flat out just, well, I guess I think you've always, since I've known you, I think you've always been a sway trader. So I guess that's nothing new for you. All right, maybe along here, we're at the... Hey, some good news period. I've been looking for that. I'll be out there later today, period. So make sure you have some jobs locked and loaded for me, period. The more mindless, the better. Whoa. Okay, we're... Am I looking at the right... No. Sorry. Okay, we are at the... Okay, let's go here to the... 5 minute, it's at the 21 EMA. So it could bounce from where it's at right now. But I'm going to just... Wait. Okay. Yep. 45... Yep, there's the bounce. Well, I chose wrong. So there's a 21 EMA in the 5 minute that I was talking about, and yep, boop, right off of it. That is, again, I'm still, that does not mean I'm going to abandon multiple time frame analysis, but that is a downside to multiple time frame analysis. I saw something on one time frame, and then I noticed this being defined as a purple line, the 50 SMA on the 2 minute. And then now all of a sudden I created a decision for myself. Or I created two different choices for myself. Do I go with the 5 minute 21 EMA, or do I go with the 2 minute 50 SMA? Had I not been using multiple time frames, then yes, I would have not have had a choice. I would have went right there, and it would have been a winning trade. But I think I think looking at multiple angles at once the pros outweigh the cons. I'll put it that way. Blew a pro today, but got through. All right. Sorry to hear that, but good job on the evals. I think you're nice, but yeah, I would argue it depends on how you define nice. I think I'm actually a very nice person. Some may not think so within this participation trophy society that we've created the past couple decades, but so the debate is more so, I would say, on what is the definition of nice. I think that's really where the debate lies. Not on if somebody is nice, but what is the definition of nice? Mommy, he raised his voice. He's not nice. Even though everything he said was 100% factual, he said it in a tone. I didn't like his tone, therefore, he's mean. Therefore, I'm not going to listen. He yelled at me that 2 + 2 was 4, but he said it so mean. Therefore, 2 + 2 = 5. Because feelings. Man, what a nice bounce. Clay's a member of the Knights of Knee? What are the Knights of Knee? Man, what a beautiful bounce off that 20. Nah, I don't know if I probably wouldn't be holding this whole time, but still, nonetheless. Okay, all right, let's do this. Short here, let's see if it wants to reject off. I can try to get myself a tight little risk profile here. Okay, so there's my stop at the green line, and I'll lock that in if I get filled. So if that red line turns to blue, I am short. I am short. All right, let's see if it wants to reject down or not. Throw out some targets. Come on. Come on, 21 EMA, smack it down. Come on. Hit that first target. Hit that first target. Get down there. I know. I could have had the scalpy scalp, but I'm not looking for a scalpy scalp. Maybe I should be. We'll see. Hindsight will be my judge. Come on. At least hit that first target. That'd be nice. That'd be polite. I just need one little oomph down, and that should at least... There we go. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Yeah, let's make sure this is a winning trade now. So there we go. Stop is at break even. So now my risk is tiny green, reward maybe really big green. So I like trades where my risk is tiny green. Come on, hit these next couple targets. Do it. There we go. Thank you, brother. You're a good man, brother. You're a good man, my brother. From another mother. Whoa, no, 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 no. What did I do? No, no, I don't want, wait, what is going on? I want my stop up here. There we go. Okay, let's move this down some more now at this point. Why not? Okay, so let's move my stop that above that high. Come on. Let's go for some more. Let's go for some more. Why not? You don't know me. Don't judge me. So now my risk is making 9 points, reward unknown. So I like this. Risk making 9 points, reward unknown. Why is it unknown? Well, because I have no idea how far down this thing might drop. Whoa! Okay, well, that escalated quickly. All right, well, I guess I would have had that extra target hit, but I kept moving it down, but it is what it is. Anyways, so think about it. That one trade up here, sure, it would have eventually been a green trade, but I was like, you know what? I play a little bit with fire. The market's giving me a chance to get out with a small loss. Let me just take that small loss. Lock in the small loss. And then right there, it took a pretty basic trade. Yeah, I mean, it was a nice trade. It's not like I would call that a home run or grand slam trade, but still more than not only wiped away the loss that I had on that first trade, but now added quite a bit of green to it. What BS though? I don't understand. Like, to me, I don't understand. To me, that move made perfect sense. It dropped down, came down, bounced up a little bit. So it was just kind of like doing a little miniature trading with the trend. The new trend sort of started here, down, up, down, and then I was hoping trend would repeat itself, and you know what? Hey, it actually did. So check, it did. So for me, I would not consider that any of that BS. But I do understand one person's BS is another person's gold bar. Thank you, Multi-John. Oh, thanks, Kanoa. Sorry about that, Steve. You must have asked something. I didn't see it. Kanoa, that would be too mind-blowing for people. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's another way of looking at it. You could just say, yeah, maybe it's BS action, but if you're a dung beetle trader, well, then you'll like that BS. So that's another framing, Rebel. That's fair. I am not a dung beetle trader. I am a dented baboon trader. No, that's what I'm talking about though, HR. It's like the market in general today. I can't say I have a whole lot of complaints with it. I hit my buffer. Hey, congrats, Brad. Good stuff. Are you above the buffer? Or do you mean you hit your profit target to pass the test, Brad? You're not a dented baboon trader. No. I am a scammer. In what way am I a scammer? I call myself a clay trader, when in all actuality, I'm actually a dented baboon trader. That is the scam, folks. I'm not a clay trader. I'm a dented baboon trader. The scam has been exposed. Oh, and you hit it on okay, so you hit the buffer on the one. Dude, that's awesome. There's no better feeling than to be at the buffer of a 150K account. Well, remember now, Brad, the trailing drawdown is gone. So you have that in your favor too now. And now you have a nice $4,500 of wiggle room to even, come close to cooking the account. So, Brad, all you do at this point is you load up 15 NQs. You close those eyes, you flip a coin, heads go long, tails go short, And there you go. Convict trader, I need 11. All right, convict trader. So it's going to be hard to beat Tilted Turtles. That's still I think my favorite alias, but convict trader, that's pretty intense. That scares me. Stop stealing. I'm sorry. I know. I am a thief. The Pam. Yeah, if you're day trading futures through a prop firm, I would argue you are doing the Pam's plant strategy, but that is definitely just more of an overarching strategy. But yes, I think a lot of us here are, because Pam's plant is in the category of day trading, I argue the best strategy. Best being defined as most efficient. Most efficient being defined as most risk friendly, because at the end of the day, risk management is the name of the game. So yes, if you are day trading futures through a prop firm, in my world, I would classify you as a Pam's plant trader, which is the most efficient way to day trade. Yes, I just do take profit trader. I mean, I have codes for a lot of the other prop firms because I understand everybody's at different stages in their journey. But I also understand paralysis by analysis, and to somebody that maybe I've just convinced to try prop firm trading in futures, a very quick way to scare them away is to throw like 30 prop firms at them. And give and take profit trader has such clean rules from the beginner standpoint. That's going to just be like, oh, okay, I can understand these rules. But to throw a beginner at some of these other prop firms, again, this doesn't make these prop firms bad. I would just argue it makes them bad for a beginner prop firm trader because they have way more rules, and it can leave a bad taste in the person's mouth. Apex being a very good example of that. I'm sure you've heard Apex is a scam. They're not a scam. They've been around a long time. They pay out. But does Apex have a lot of rules? They do. So for a beginner, though, that's never done prop firms, to throw them to Apex, I can understand why a lot of people are running around calling them a scam, because they're beginners that don't understand the rules. They think they're entitled to a payout or whatever, and then they're like, no, denied, or no. So again, that is a very specific conversation. What's the best prop firm? The best way to help somebody out, I would argue, is to follow that up with, well, are you a beginner to the prop firm space, or are you an experienced person in the prop firm space? And that should help dictate what direction you take them. That's true. Barbara's never had a loser. Apex is crazy. I mean, they do have a lot of rules, but some people love Apex, and that's fine. Like I said, I have a code for Apex. Apex, code Clay, all caps. But if somebody were to tell me they're a beginner to the prop firm space, I would not say go do Apex. I would say take profit trader. And then once you get your 5 pro accounts at Take Profit Trader, and if you have ambitions to empire build and start to be trading, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 accounts, well, then at that point, yeah, you could go do Apex because you'll be more experienced at that point, and you'll be able to better navigate that landscape. Yeah. Yeah, I miss Barbara. Just really need one PT, no payout. Yeah, no, and that's fair. That's fair, trader. Like I said, I'm just saying that even if that's actually your point. Me and Kavik Trader agreed. Like in theory, that's why people are like, wait, why have you never? What do you mean you've only ever used Take Prop Trader? Well, I'm not at this point in my journey with prop firms. I'm not looking to copy trade 40 accounts. If I do want to do that, yeah, eventually I will have to expand beyond Take Profit Trader, because Take Profit Trader limits you to copy trading 5 pro accounts. But yeah, in theory, heck, you could just do 1 pro account. You don't even have to do copy trading. Again, I'm not trying to turn this into a complaint about Apex. I'm just saying I'm actually trying to stand up for Apex. Apex, they're not a scam. They do have more rules, which can, from a beginner standpoint, really make it seem like, what is going on here? This is why I also always tell people, do not shop based on price. Shop based on rules. All right, we are approaching. So here's what this looks like over on the 5-minute. Right here. Once again, at that 21 EMA. I don't know if it holds again, though. But it is at the 21 EMA. So that's scary to short. But my confidence level, not great that it once again holds. Maybe it does. Maybe it's going to be one of those days where it's that easy. Just buy the 21 EMA and the 5 minute. Maybe it is just going to be one of those, hey man, it's that easy to make money today. Just buy the 21 EMA. And now if it gets down to the overnight high, this pink line right here, so that's at about 8:15, I'd be interested in a long down around there. But that is what's holding me up here. And yeah, it is at the 50 periods that moving average around the 2 minute. But again, Clay, do people come into the chat maybe just to get people to follow them? Seems like it, but yeah, I could see something like that. I mean, heck, we had one person. I give them credit, but they gave me a super chat for I forget. I think it was maybe $2 Canadian, and then when you did the conversion, it was like 50 cents. But it was something about, hey Clay, thanks. I'm also starting a live stream. I'm like, wait a second. I see what you just did there. You just bought yourself a 50-cent ad on the live stream. So I do my best to keep, which I'm not a fan of, right? I'm not here to sell ads to take my traffic to your live stream. I'm not here to sell ads for 50 cents, you know? No, if it was like a $1,000 super chat, it's like, okay, all right, fair enough. You paid $1,000 for that ad. If you can get a couple people, you know what? You paid $1,000 to take that risk. But like a 50 cent, no. Hey, KRT. Again, Crypto Rob. Again, you're mixing categories, but you're not a beginner. You're not a beginner to the prop firm. That's the nuance that so many people don't ever think to end. They speak from their point of view. And I'm not saying their point of view is wrong. I'm just saying their point of view is one of not of a beginner. But if you put yourself in the beginner shoes, Apex, those rules can leave people. There is a reason why so many people say Apex is a scam, because people shop based on price. They see that 90% off. They hop in, and then the rules maul them up. And then they're like, man, what a scam. It's like, no, it's not a scam. You just got run over by all the rules because you're a beginner. So great, Crypto Rob. I'm glad you enjoy them, but you're also not a beginner to the prop firm space. I'll send you a link to it. Here you go. Who are the random? There you go, sir. Man, we really did bounce. Okay. That bounce has me thinking maybe a long here. I'm liking this hammer. Okay, I'm going to try a long here. Let's come down to 60 for the fill. So want to see it come down here. Ooh, that's still a 15-point stop? Really? Today is deceivingly volatile. I did not think that would be worth 15 points. All right, well, I don't want to risk 15 points, so let's do this instead. There we go, about a 10-point. All right, there we go. Hey, Elusive. Yeah, the community is separate. Yes, no, that is accurate, Random. You do not have to join the mentorship to be part of the community. Most of the community members are part of the mentorship, but you can, because if people that already know how to trade, like, okay, well then they don't need to pay for a mentorship. They can just join the community. So yeah, they are two different things. No, the mentorship is live webinars. Okay, I am long. Uh-oh. Come on. Bounce again. Wow, that slippage just ate my lunch. Well, that one turned out to be way more than what I thought that was, 9 points. That was some slippage there. Well, that was not fun. And then it bounced over. Oh, what a dirtbag move. Re-enter now. Okay, well, define now. Give me a price level, Lord. Where's now? Define that with a number, please, good sir. You were trying to get long, Cheryl? I don't like to see that word trying. The one you entered on. No, you told me to re-enter now. I asked where. As in, give me a price. And then you just gave me more words. That's fair. Okay, I understand you want me to re-enter now. But now is just a word. But if you give me a number, then I know what you mean by now. So, like, where is now? What price? Could you give me an entry price, please? Thank you in advance. Hey, thank you, Kevin. Appreciate you offering up that reminder. Code Clay, all caps, does indeed feed hungry children. It's true. Hey, Labradabber. Now, I do have 6 children, and they are hungry. So those are the hungry children that are fed. But yes, Code Clay does indeed feed hungry children. I don't know. Maybe they're rage baiting, but I want to give the guy a fair chance. There's no better way to get to the heart of somebody than to just ask for some basic numbers. And right now, Lord Ozen has gone quiet. This is interesting on the 5-minute, though. Let me bring that over. Still going down, bro. Yeah, good thing. AMS. Right here. Look at this. Got kind of the double whammy. Got the purple line here, 50 SMA. Got the VWAP right around 785. Does that mean it'll bounce there? No, but does it mean I might take a swing at it? Yep. Good job, Animosity. Yeah, Animosity, I remember your trade plan. You gave us, that was on what, the MYM, if I remember right? I got a number 870 short coming up. Okay, and where'd your stop loss be? So you've given us one of 3 numbers. 870, fair enough. Where's your stop at? Dang, Lord Ozen just went dead quiet. No, it's crazy how some people, those numbers, I mean, asking for a number for some people is like a traumatic experience for them. They're like, wait, I can't just use broad words? Huh? I think you entered, I just didn't remember the... Okay. 891. Okay. There we go. You are in. Your stop is up here. So we'll see if you can get it or not. Where's your target at? I don't... Lord Ozen, what I was asking for was this. You told me to re-enter now. So I was like, where would you like me to re-enter now? And then you never really gave. I think yeah, I'm not asking about where the former trade. I was asking you, okay, where do you want me to re-enter now? And you never gave me that number. Target 846. Roger that. See? Convict trader. There we go. There's a man with some courage. He's given us 3 numbers in real time. So he can officially be held accountable. Even if he's wrong, that's okay. Welcome to the club. That's trading. We're not always going to be wrong. Hey, Wainwright. Dang. This thing just... She grinding. Clay, you didn't ask me how. Yeah, and there's a good reason for that. Exactly, Slomaro. That's fair. Hey, good morning, Homer. Man, this thing is she grinding. All right, Convict getting close to getting stopped out here. He's hanging on by the skin of his chin. By the skin of his chinny chin chin. Could it be the perfect stop loss location? I think it got up to like 890. Could 891 be the perfect stop loss location? This is why it's so fun when people give numbers. Because if this thing ultimately rolls over and goes down and hits his target, then we'll be able to give a massive prop for like, dude, you had like the perfect stop loss. You were within a point of getting stopped out. Or wait. Or did it stop him out? I don't know. I don't know what the high of that candle actually was. Maybe I misread. Okay, Lord Ozen. I'm not sure why you're making this so hard. I understand you told me to re-enter. I get that. What I asked you was, well, where do you want me to re-enter? You said re-enter now. Well, I don't know where now is. But if you just gave me a number, I'd understand how you're defining that term. That's just why I asked for, could you give me an actual number? To which you just, for whatever reason, never were able to do. Especially when there's a delay, right? Like, we're not looking at the same exact chart. At your first entry, that was it. Dude, this is crazy. That 891 has been like the epitome of the stop loss. I'm short and I think I'm cooked. I'm thinking about getting short here. So I may be joining the barbecue. Ooh, the 21 EMA now. Being very annoying to any shorts out there. We got like a little miniature bull flag here, so yeah, I'm gonna. I was thinking about a short, but I'm gonna pass it up. Just a little too sketchy for my liking, especially since I'm still suffering from a little PTSD about that trade. That slippage just ate my lunch. That move. For those of you that are maybe just getting here, I had a long. I think I got long like right here, had a stop like right here, and this move here just was like it snapped down, so I had bad slippage just to see it come right back up. So if you've ever had a trade like that, so have I. So have I. Uh Uh-oh, this might be it for Convict. I don't know. This thing's looking like... There he is. He's out. Good try, Convict. You can't be right all the time, but I appreciate you having the courage to map out some numbers in real time. So, it's all right. It happens. That's why ballers don't use stops. Yeah, right. Yeah, stops are definitely overrated. The shade. What do you... Lord Ozen, you're so close to just getting banned. My respect for Convict Trader, very, 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 way higher than my respect for you, who can't give simple numbers. So if there's any shade, brother, it's at you. Because as of now, you have courageous, and then you have the opposite of courageous. And you, at this point, are the opposite of courageous. Okay, Mugiwara, he's about to go ban. You want to go bye-bye, Mugi? I don't know if I can, though. That's a cool name, and I like to say it. Mugiwara? Okay, I can't ban you. That's cool. That's too cool of a name to ban. The thought of not being able to say Mugiwara anymore is just too much for my brain to handle. Sounds like, yeah, I mean, that's a cool name. I will give credit where credit's due. That name is insane in like a good way. Dogs backpedal when they see clay. Only dogs that can't give a number. Only those dogs. If you were 10 years younger, you would have been a weeb. What's a weeb? Is that the same as a dweeb? Back in my day, there were dweebs. I've never heard of a weeb, though. What's a weeb? Oh, no. Don't do that to Convict. Don't you dare. He seems like a nice guy. Don't you pop up, slightly stop him out, and now roll over. Don't you dare do that. I'm asking what a weeb is. I may be old, but I'm starting to question if you have any hair under your armpits, Briel. Briel, you need some... Briel, let's just do this. When you get that first hair under your armpit, brother, don't go ask your mom who makes you meatloaf every day. You come ask me. I'll explain what's going on with your body, Briel. How does your order line turn blue? I don't know. Is there a set? It might be a setting. I don't know. So for those of you that have what I have, where your line turns blue, is that a setting that we have turned on? I just don't know because I set up the platform now a long time ago. I made it fun and Clay is trashing me. No, see, we have different definitions of fun. Fun is when people are courageous and will map out a trade plan. That is fun. Cowards are obnoxious, though. It was, yeah, I thought so too. I thought mine was automatic, yeah. Clay, since your net income is positive, why not multiply all your trades by 10? Because you are presupposing that copy trading and having now all of a sudden 10 accounts at risk at once will have zero bearing on my mental status. And given trading is 95% managing mental status, that is the flaw within your assumption. I do agree. If my mental status would not change at all, heck, brother, I might as well go copy trade 500 accounts. But that would be a false premise. My mental status would change. You're having meatloaf tonight? Meatloaf is good. Weeb is a slang term for a non-Japanese person. Okay, so the majority of people are weebs then. Okay, would you recommend multiple 50K accounts? Ooh, that's an interesting question. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I guess for that to make sense, you'd have to copy trade the 50Ks because at least you are gaining a bigger drawdown because your risk is being spread out among multiple accounts. Whereas if you just had one 150K, you already have a bigger drawdown anyways. So yeah, I guess, and I'm thinking on the fly here. I think if you're not going to copy trade the 50K accounts, then you might as well just go with the 150K. Clay, is the third line oil? Correct. Yes, it is oil. I don't like, then I think, see, it's kind of a give and take then because you would say, well, what happens if I act like an idiot? Well, with the 50K, it'll only be a 50K account gone. But like, you can be a little bit bigger of an idiot with the 150K. How so? Well, because the 150K gives you a bigger drawdown. So technically speaking, the bigger drawdown, now obviously the goal should be let's not be idiots. But if you are an idiot, you do have a little bit more wiggle room of idiot wiggle room, if you will, the bigger drawdown you have. Whereas the 50K, you're not going to be able to be that big of an idiot before you get cooked. Smallest price, smallest price. Yeah, and also the smallest drawdown too. So I don't know. That's Empire. That's a very good question. I'm not sure what to tell you there. Well, you helped me yesterday. I lost a funded today. I lost a funded today, but when you said you were just good, glad I could offer you a little bit of assistance. Can you upgrade your account once you pass? What do you mean by that? Yeah, I still don't know what weeb means. I've seen about 18 different definitions, so yeah, I have no idea. And for real, or Bareal, I think just got yelled at by his mom because he just disappeared, so he is no longer engaged. So I think his mom is like, are you doing your homework right now? No, Mom, I'm being a degen. Get back to your math. Or you don't get any sloppy joes. I made them extra sloppy. Weeb is a... Mom Oreo milkshake now. Yeah, and for you it'd be Ma Oreo soy milkshake. Jimbo, you goon. Ma, I need a soy milk Oreo shake. Hey, Barrow, good morning. All right, how's this stream doing? I just noticed a buffering circle. Is the stream freezing up for any of you or no? Hopefully not. I'm not. All right, no more buffering it's skipping some? Okay. At times, fine for me. Just a blip there. Okay. I mean, it says the health is excellent, so I don't know. What, Jim, I don't watch movies intended for 13-year-old girls, so I don't know what movie that's from. Jimbo's ideal night is drinking his soy milkshake, watching She's All That, which is a good movie, by the way, to be fair. Yes, I revealed my age. It's from The Hangover. Oh, I think so. I think those movies are a bit overrated. And I said what I said. Yes. Yes. Yeah, if you just reset the account margin call, code Clay is applied. You better not be resetting a pro account, though. That would be insane. Have to click live every few minutes. Oh, really? That's interesting. All right, is this thing about to start bleeding? I'm about to chase this thing. I'm about to do something stupid here, folks. Better not. But it does seem to be stressing me out. Does or doesn't? I guess this stress is a good thing, though, because if I'm understanding right, you've already passed some accounts. You're close to passing even more accounts. So I don't know. Maybe that whatever the stress is, I would say embrace the stress because it's got you in the groove, apparently. Rush Hour again. I never quite understood. Right, if you're just doing a reset, like when you enter in the code, there's no need to do it because a reset is $100. So like the code is already applied. So it worked. If you reset and it was $100 to reset, then there you go. You're all good. It does. Well, I mean, I would embrace this stress because if assuming I'm understanding your comment right, you've passed all kinds of tests. So whatever this stress is, embrace it. Clay, good morning. Have you been grumpy at all? I know. Starting now I am, though, because you just showed up. So now I am officially grumpy. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, don't reset a 25K account. Yeah. So to reset any of these is $100. So it makes really good sense for the 150K, right? Because if you pay $216 originally, but then you blow up the account and want to try again, you don't have to pay $216 again. You would just reset it for $100. So that's like a no-brainer. Like that's an awesome deal. $100 for that. But on the 25K, do not reset it because again, a reset is $100. You would want to just cancel that account out and go buy a new one for $90. So thank you. I appreciate that. I forgot about that thing. Yes. So yeah, you do not want to reset a 25K account because again, with Take Profit Trader, the reset would be $100. Just cancel that account out and just go buy a new one for $90. Iran imposes new rules for straight 824. Okay, well, that's old news at this point. Right, because PST would be 3 hours, so that came out at 1124. Oh, yeah. That's historic news. As far as market standards are concerned. All right, what is that? I'm going to try knife catch here, folks. Fake break of the overnight high. This is actually based off of the 50 SMA on the 5-minute. But right here, we're watching the 2-minute. You don't get how I'm green today. Well, I don't get how you're red today. Sounds like the market is jiving a little bit better with my strategy than it is yours. And that happens. There will also be days where I'll look at you and be like, how are you green today? And you'll be able to say, Clay, how are you red today? And the answer will be, well, the market is just jiving a little bit better with your strategy. Although if I keep getting trades like that last one, I'm not going to be green for long because that slippage was nasty. And oil is making a move up. Ooh, right off of the overnight high. All right. Okay, I'm going to try a long at the green line here. That green line turns blue, I'm in. All right, never mind on that one. Back to the drawing board now. You're red of $200. Yep, oil is definitely a good solid green candle over on the oil chart. Right here. I mean, volume is a little lackluster on it, but it is still making a pretty solid move up. Uh-oh. Would you mind sharing those thoughts with him? Question mark. I think your thoughts will carry more weight than mine. And I really appreciate you reaching out and sharing your thoughts. Oh, goodness. Yeah. When you spend money with Take Profit Trader, it's trying to think you get points. So yeah, if you spend enough money, for every dollar you spend, you're building up points, and then those points can eventually be used for different things. Just in general, once you hit the buffer, Kainoa, then from that point forward, anything above that buffer, you can take as a payout, which could be why, in theory, you could be taking payouts every day. And I gotta make a... Hey, so Tony Schilling just dropped me a text, and I guess he got word of the septic system, and he was basically saying he disagrees with what they're proposing to do, and he was just like, I think it's just a problem of it being too wet and to wait another time for the sand filter. to do that. But then I'm thinking, well, you told me when you did the post, those things were filling up with water back then too. So is that a situation where that area is just always wet, or do you think when you were doing the post for the barn, that was just at a period where it was really wet also? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is maybe. Yeah, I guess they were trying to get one of Tony's excavators because they need it. So that's how, because Tony was telling me that's how I learned about all this was Ben was asking about an excavator. So he was just like, yeah, I don't think, yeah. So I think, I don't know. Maybe if you can talk to Tony. Yup. Okay. Good. That's good then. Yup. Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, I exactly. That's where it was a totally messy situation, but since he reached out, I was like, okay, at least it makes more sense now. All right, perfect. All right, thanks, Sam. Yeah, bye. Okay, here we go. Maybe, kind of. Okay, I'm gonna try a knife here. I'm in. Come on, give me somewhat of a bounce. Give me somewhat of a bounce. Hmm. I'm catching a knife. I'm catching a knife, and it's scarier when I look over at the 5 minute. Well, I guess I can see it right here. It's below VWAP, but we do have the 200 period right here. Hey, all in ballin'. Oh, I guess I did forget to mute, huh? All right, well, I don't think I gave my social security number or anything like that, so I think you guys hearing that conversation, welcome to the world of drama and trying to build a house. All right, well, I'm very glad with how I played it. Okay, on the 5 minute here, we're going to continue to watch things on, goodness. So right here we have the 200 period on the 5 minute, and that is at 200 period SMA, by the way, at about 7:35. Big red incoming. All right, Roland White Studio. So where are you short at, or where are you going to get short at, brother? Let's start there. What number? Where are you getting short at? How are you going to make money from this big red incoming? I'm ready to make some money with you, brother. Where do we get in? Where do I get in? What number? What number are you in at? Hello? Hurry, type, quick. Uh-oh, now somebody else is telling me to go long. Uh-oh. Crap. Well, now somebody's going to be able to tell me I told you so no matter what. Whatever the price does from here forward, one of these guys is going to be able to say, I told you so. I'm screwed. Dang. Yeah, oil, another green candle. It can't. It can't be Darcy. The Darcys have canceled each other out. One Roland says big red incoming, and then the other dude says go long. I'm toast. Somebody is going to be... Now I'm really toast because AMS says it's going to consolidate. Yep. Now I'm definitely toast. Okay, for all you people saying go long. Okay, that was just a kid joke. Okay, never mind. I'm still waiting for numbers though from the guy that said go long and the person that said big red incoming. Shorts are gonna get liquidated. Wait and go long. Okay, well, can you tell me when I should get long though? That would be helpful. I mean, that's cool. I appreciate your observation and theory. Shorts are going to get liquidated. Wait and go long. Cool. But now let's make that practical, brother. So where do I get long? Okay, so in other words, you don't actually have an answer for me. Gotcha. Okay. Big bounce at 693. Okay, cool. We're making progress with Roland White Studio. He thinks a big bounce will happen at 693. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so where is your stop loss at? Okay, I smoke. I smoke a lot. Okay, well when you're done smoking your meth pipe, just let me know when I should be done waiting and then give me an entry point, okay? So you tell me when I should be done waiting and where I need to get long as a number, please. Assuming you can type quick enough as you hold your meth pipe with your other hand. I mean, his name is literally I smoke a lot. It's meth. That is good. Ryder Rick, can I steal that? That is good. Some people here have definitely done mathematics on us. Sir, may I use that moving forward? Please. All right, man, that is good stuff. Okay, we are approaching the 200 period. I guess. Okay, well, I'm just waiting for you to tell me when I should get long and at what price. That is fair. It sounds like you're looking for some sort of confirmation. Fair enough. But when you get that confirmation, let me know as a number. Okay, confirmation, get in at that number. You don't even know what you're doing, bro. Okay, well, no, I do. I'm trying to understand. Okay, watch. Watch how this is irrelevant. I concede I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so help me out. Please let me, who does not know what I'm doing, let me know when the waiting stops and when I should get in. Can you give me that number, or are you just going to keep throwing words? Again, I concede I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, cool. So help me out here, brother. Let me know when I should get in as a number. Hey, Eli. Stop. Stop. You're kidding. No. No, there is no... Well, I don't think there was any nails in that wood. Yeah, I don't need any... but you seriously did get a flat tire? Oh my goodness. Wow. I guess when it rains it pours, huh? Yeah, I guess that's the best attitude you can have about it. All right, well, I appreciate it. I'm always up for a hard time. All right, see ya. Bye. Okay. We get a bounce. Okay. I'll be right back in a second. Well, now I'm blurry. All right. All sorts of stuff going on. This guy. Okay, we got it. We got it. He's fitting the profile too much to the T. Like the. Oh no! I mean, do these guys not like fit the pattern? Show up, use words, ask for actual numbers, ad hominem fallacy, and then they just disappear. So we're at the ad hominem phase. This guy sucks. Okay, watch, I smoke. I'll concede. I suck. I'm a terrible trader. Okay, can we get back on topic? So where am I supposed, like, what is your actual trade plan? Can you give us numbers? So you fight the chat all day, bro. I mean, if you define chatting as seeking clarity, then yes, I do. Which is the results of, so R. Roy grew up, I can tell, he grew up in the participation trophy culture. He conflates, oh, wow, that person's seeking clarity. Man, why you got to fight about seeking clarity? Okay, so just before I officially ban you, I want to be fair. Am I correct in assuming you're never actually going to give us numbers? You're just here to flap your lips and just say stuff, but you're actually never going to give us numbers for a trade plan? Is that fair? I smoke a lot. I want to give them plenty of rope. You know how the saying goes. I don't know if I should say that, but I want to give these people plenty of rope to finish that saying. Hey, get to work. Okay, so we'll ban him. See you later. Who else are we seeking? Okay, oh yeah, White Studio. Okay, you told us that it'll bounce at 693. So where's your stop at? So your entry point is going to be 693 rolling right Studio. So I'm trying to catch up on the messages from... So this line here is the previous session close. I like that line. Is it a holy grail? No, but I've noticed that the price does tend to care about it. If he has not yet, Sam is going to give you a call. Right, you said it's going to bounce at 693, which is fair. So I assume that's your entry point if that's where it's going to bounce from. So do you have a stop? Roll in, White Studio. Okay, it hit 693. Unfortunately, we have an incomplete trade plan. We don't know where this guy's stop is. We don't know any of that stuff. That's a shame. Do you have a stop, Roland White Studio? Where's your stop at? And where's your target? Well, a mental stop is still a level, though. A mental stop doesn't mean you don't have a stop. Savage move on oil. That candle right there at a downward sloping 200 SMA to then be followed by that candle, that's brutal stuff right there. Okay, so confirm Roland White Studio has no idea what they're doing. The power of the three numbers, undefeated. Yeah, they might be trolling. That's the power of the three numbers, though. It's very quick to expose who's trolling and who's just a total newbie. That is the power of the three numbers. So I do agree. They seem to just be trolling. And Tommy Tom, I don't know if you're being serious or not, but if you bought because some random person said 693, Tommy Tom, in fact, never mind. There's no way you're actually being serious. Never mind. Nobody's that stupid. Sorry. This is me trying to multitask many things here. Nobody's that dumb to just follow some random stranger in a chat. So, sorry. Oh, boy. Wow. Roland White Studio. Good call, buddy. Do you see the power of three numbers? To be fair, he never told us to stop. So I don't know. Maybe a stop is like 400 points below. I scalped that. It was a low. Okay, so then, okay, so you were just trolling then. Because you didn't buy because some random stranger called that level. You bought because you had some indicator. Which are two very different things, Tommy Tom. So, good. I'm glad. Bro, I never said buy at 693. I said big bounce at 693. The lottery numbers are here. Well, no, I never said that I would play those lottery numbers. I just said that that's like what the lottery numbers were. Like, I know what the lottery numbers are, but no, I'm not going to actually play the lottery, even though I know what the lottery numbers are. Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense there. My account is restricted. No zero, no market orders. I don't know. Daniel, what are you? It sounds like you're day trading. Okay, rolling the White Studio. I don't know like who you normally hang out with, but like the amount of like just atrocious logic you're trying to spew around here is just not going to cut it. Like, we're not going to let you get away with that. Like, I don't know, like maybe whoever you hang out with allows you to just, I don't know, maybe you hang out with morons. I'm not sure how else to say it, but like, we're not morons. Like, we understand how your statements are making no sense. Big bounce coming at that level. Oh no, I'm not going to get long at that level, even though I said a big bounce would come. Like, for you to think that, like, we don't think that that's stupid logic, you must think we're like morons. Okay, well, I would say, Daniel, that the best, most efficient way to day trade is to day trade futures through a prop firm, because everything you're talking about right now is not an issue. Not to mention, you have to deal with theta, and in futures there is no theta. So, day trading options is mathematically provable garbage. Because, again, for the very simple reason of, I mean, many other reasons, but for the baseline reason of there's no theta in futures. Futures are contracts, but these contracts do not have theta. Yeah. See, we use basic logic around here. Don't tell us, man, this thing's going to explode. Not might explode, it's going to explode. Oh, so you got out of the room because the room was going to explode with the dynamite? No, I stayed in the room. Huh? No. Well, yes, they expire in a sense, but not like you're thinking. Their expiration does not have theta attached to it or anything like that. So yes, in a roundabout way, but futures don't have theta at the end of the day. So sideways action does not kill you at all. Not to mention futures move better anyways. So it's like the best of all worlds. Not only do they move better, no theta. And then you don't have to deal with any of the hassle that you're going through right now. So to answer your question, new broker, yes, what myself and many around here do we are day trading futures through a prop firm. The prop firm is very important because futures, they move and they're no joke. They will eat your lunch in a heartbeat if you let them. But when you go through a prop firm, the prop firm itself is the risk management tool because your capital on the line is very insulated. Clay, don't you hate getting stopped out? It depends what happens after I get stopped out. So if I was long and I got stopped out, I don't know, I'm just joking. So if I got stopped out like right here, that would feel very good because that means I avoided all of that. But yes, if I got stopped out here and then it goes like that, that would not be good. And I picked that because that's a true trade from earlier in the stream. Got long, stopped me out, and then did that. So yes. Not fun to get stopped out in those situations, but to get stopped out like right here before that big dump, yeah, those are good ones. I use Take Profit Trader, which is top of the screen, just because they're very clean set of rules, daily payouts. But for somebody that sounds like you are new to the prop firm world, the biggest thing for you to just be a very clean set, easy to understand set of rules. Hey, Mathis. I am new to your channel. Nope. Well, welcome. Good to have you. But yes, Take Private Trader, like I said, that's who I use. I think they're the best in the business. And from where you're at right now, as somebody just getting started in prop firms, you will appreciate just their clean set of rules. And you will definitely appreciate how this sideways action here, which on options I know would be killing you because it's just sideways movement. Theta is eating away at things. But here in futures, nothing like that is occurring. You can kind of just sit here and be patient. And your patience is not working against you like it is in options. Hey, Timbo. Chop fest right now. I guess I don't know. That I suppose that depends what scale you're looking at. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I mean, given you didn't really clarify time frames, I look at the 5 minute. I don't see a chop fest here. I just see a pretty straight down move. So, like, I'm not saying you're wrong, Ryder Rick. I'm just saying I don't know what time frame you're looking at to call this a chop fest. One minute? Okay, yeah. I'm not. So maybe the 2 minute is a big chop fest right now. Not sure. Hey, Nas. Hey, Sean. Sean. Third cup of coffee. I hope there's a toilet close by. Hey, Tony just dropped me a text, period. He's got some thoughts on the system that you were planning on putting in, period. He had mentioned it costing $6,000 to $8,000 every. Crap. That's a good trade. That's a good trade. All right. $6 to 8 years, period. And then, of course, the $250 per year maintenance fee. He said he was going to talk to either you or Ben. Oh, great. Okay. Crap. Yeah, shoot. All right, just take one out there. Not ideal, but doggone. I deserve it. Trying to multitask too much here. Wait, no, I don't want 5. I got 4. Yeah. Doggone it. Yeah, that's whatever. Whatever. That was stupid. Yeah, that was stupid. I should not have. I'm trying to juggle too many things at once. Okay, Rolling White Studio. I mean, you're welcome to be here, but we don't jive well with lip flappers, which seems to be what you are, a lip flapper. Now, if you would like to actually give us some practical trade plans backed up by 3 numbers, then my friend, you are welcome to be here. Even if you're wrong, that's okay, because at least you're being courageous and giving trade plans. But like, if you're just gonna behave how you are now, we consider that lip flapping, and we'll just have to see you later. But again, I get it. You're new. You don't understand how we operate around here. But yeah, we don't have space for lip flappers. But you are more than welcome to stick around if you want to give us some actual trade plans with 3 numbers. People bringing money back to the market. Oil with a pullback. Yeah, this move. I mean, these are big moves too. So right here was, let's just call it 40 to keep the math easy. So yeah, 40 up to right there. That's an 80-point bounce. Yeah. I am. If you're talking about a cocoa system, I personally want it. Yeah, that's what we are. I am talking about. Supposedly the area is too wet for a sand filter. But like, now that's what we're trying to figure out. Like, well, is it just too wet of a time right now or what? Bro, my trade is printing. No, it's not, because you never gave us any numbers, Rolling White. So that's what I mean. No, none of us believe you because you're a lip flapper. Trust me, bros don't mean anything around here. But again, if you want to give us some actual numbers, that is respectable. That makes you a courageous person. But right now, you are a coward. Cowards use, trust me, bro, trade plans. Now, perhaps you're scared. Well, if I give a trade plan and then I'm wrong, they're like going to laugh at me. Nobody will laugh at you because we all are wrong. There's no shame in having a wrong trade plan. Welcome to the club. There's only shame in not being courageous enough to give a trade plan. Yeah, okay, yeah, so it's that simple. Either be courageous or just sit back. Okay, I got to take this short if it wants to get rejected back down. I'm going to add twice, actually. Come on now. Come on. Reject for me here, homie. If this thing is just going to V-shape, then yeah, I'm just going to be getting punched in the face. I'm adding more if it comes back down. I did add more. Come on now. Reject. Dump. Go. Dude, can't even hit my first target. Come on. Come on. Ugh. Come on, Red. How are you not even hitting those first couple? This is the... Like, it's not like that first target is anything, like, super greedy. Maybe if I don't say anything, it'll just do it. I mean, are you kidding me? Like I said, I understand it. If it's not coming down here, I'm not going to complain about that. But, I mean, how can you not at least just hit that first one? This is wild. Hey, thank you, fish. What a crock. What a crock. All right, I got to get out. He's always green, they say. What a scammer. This guy's always green. Okay, now here's the other end. Now here come all this dude sucks. Okay, see? So once again, you can never win. So nobody, I don't get accused of being a scammer now for always being green, but All right, okay, now all the people crawl out of the woodwork about how I'm a scammer because I'm just such a terrible trader. All right. Roland is gone. Well, we'll put him in timeout. Maybe he'll think about it, but I doubt it. Oh, that man, there's just 5 minute is not gonna. I mean, yeah, I get it. I was slightly in the green, but that's not what I was looking for. Doverse, just not, dude, stop. In fact, you know better. You're just an idiot. Because you would not be sitting, that was super, had this collapsed, that message would not be there. Right, Doe? In fact, I won't put you in timeout if you'll be honest with that question. Let's say that this had rolled over. And not even totally rolled over, but like come down here. Right there. Would you have commented and said, Clay, 636 was a super strong support? Would you have said that had that trade worked out and put, I don't know, a few $100 in my pocket? Would you have just made that comment? Or are you only making that comment because you now have hindsight in your favor? All right, I have to take this short. We're right at these levels. Come on now. Give me a pullback. Hey, it hit a target. Crazy. Okay, this will be a green trade. My stop is at break even. So either small green or we can get, there we go. Keep coming down. Keep coming down. Oh, come on, hit that next one. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Thank you. Keep coming down now. So this will be a green trade, just for trying to figure out how big of a green trade. All right, might get stopped out here. Come on, don't bounce. Keep coming down. Come on. Come on. Come on. 21 EMA is going to be a problem, but we'll see if we can push down through it. Come on. Get down through that 21 EMA. Yeah, that a boy. Who cares about that thing? That a boy. Keep coming down. Come on, let's get these next targets. Come on, brother. These next two green would be beautiful. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Bleed. Bleed. A little bit more, brother. Dang. Oh, come on down. Now maybe. Now maybe we can do it. Come on. Come on. Yeah, this 21 EMA, the green line is just being a little thorn in my buttock. No, I do know this will be a green trade. My stop is in the green. Just trying to figure out how big of a green trade because I want to see if this thing wants to keep on pulling back here. Come on. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Come on, hit those next two. Hey, brother. Thank you, brother. Hey, brother. Hey, brother. All right. No, not seven. Not seven. I just want one. One there. Okay, how many do I got left? 5? Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Yeah, where's Doe at now with his hindsight commentary? Bunch of baboons. Clay, that was so terrible. You know what? Just let the man cook. Let the man cook. I got septic problems. I got trading problems. Hey, let the boy cook. Let me cook. Yeah. Where are the hindsight commentary, commenters now? Yeah, back under the wood, crawl. Crawl back under that wood. Thank you, brother. Yeah, where's Doughboy at? Yeah, there he is. I'll give him credit for showing his face. That's fair. That's credit. Give credit where credit's due. At least he didn't run and hide under a... There we go. There we go. I'm up 1K and I locked out. Then don't run your mouth here. Because you're not... Everything you say has zero credibility behind it. How is credibility being defined? You putting your money where your mouth is. And that's fine. You may watch, but don't yap. Because your yapping is quite literally the epitome of yapping. Now, if you're telling me, well, no, Clay, I got an account in motion. I'm making these trades. Cool. Then your yapping has credibility behind it. Okay, I got to catch up on my text now. Well, we have more checks here anyways, period. So I can always grab one of the newer ones. At the end of the day, I hope if you come away from one lesson number one, I look like a Greek god. Okay, but that's just the assumption that everybody walks away with. Lesson number 2, just freaking cut the loss. Cut the loss. If you keep the loss managed, you keep yourself in the game. And if you keep yourself in the game, all it takes is one, and things can be okay. But you can't have that one if you don't keep yourself in the game. And if you don't, by keeping yourself in the game, you got to manage that risk. So please, walk away just understanding it is okay to cut a loss, as annoying as it is. Lesson number 3, don't try to build your own house. Well, good thing I'm not trying to build my own house. We just got to get past the stressful part of the house, the under the ground stuff, right? I'm not worried about the stuff above ground because you can actually see, but like it's kind of like a flip, right? Any of you real estate investors, yeah, you look at the house, you're looking around, but you always have the unknown. Well, what's behind those walls, right? That's my unknown that we're learning right now is, well, what's actually beneath this ground? But once we get through this beneath the ground phase, I'll be feeling a lot better. Hot Tub Mike, with all due respect, maybe for you, but the world does not revolve around you. If you find yourself an A+ setup, I don't mind getting aggressive. And at the end of the day, that was a whopping 15 MNQ or 1.5 NQ. So like, again, to be fair to you, Hot Tub Mike, maybe if that's your personal rule, no problem. So be it. But like, we all have our different strategies, right? Show me A+ setup. I just took what I would consider an A+ setup. I made 53 plus. So now, yeah, now that'll get converted over to a pro account. Looking for A+ setup. Okay, well that's good. That's what you do. Do you have an A+ setup? Do you know how for your strategy, Keeson? Do you have an A+ setup? Is that what you're looking for? Or do you mean that in the sense of like I don't even know what an A+ setup would look like? Like, this is the 50K account. What are the spreads on take profit platforms? Okay. What, you must be coming from the world of Forex or something, or CFDs talking about spreads. There's a spread, but you don't have to worry about spreads in futures. Well, okay. Assuming you're trading like the NQ, the ES, like a big indice, don't worry about spreads. No, I don't know what it looks like. Well, it looks like it's different for everybody because we're all going to have our own little strategies, Keeson. So yeah. You've got to figure out what best fits your strategy as an A+ setup. Now I remember I'm 0 done. I remembered like, okay, what? Yeah, he's always the trust me, bro. How about next time you give us a trade plan ahead of time instead of having to say, hey, trust me, bro, I made 130 points. Where were you ahead of time? How come you can never give us a ahead of time trade plan? Why is it always got to be trust me, bro, with you? No, no. Daily profit goals are the devil for me. Maybe your mind can handle it, but for me, daily profit goals, weekly profit goals, any profit goal for me is the absolute devil. Plays too many mind games with me. Again, on the pro, the trailing drawdown stops once you hit the buffer. Cool. Good job, Azaria. Yeah. For me, I disagree with profit goals. For me, if like I said, if they don't play any games with you, then so be it. But like you're talking about a $200 profit goal. Okay, well, what happens if you're at $195? Okay, well, you failed. Okay, I'm not sure how any of that. Like, what do you mean? Why are you gaslighting me? Like me asking for a trade plan here is such a big deal. Like, why are you making me out to be like the crazy one? Don't you think that's reasonable given this is the internet? Like, if you could show up here and give us a trade plan, like in real time, I mean, I don't know how that makes me unreasonable. Why are you saying WTF for what I would argue is a more than reasonable request? W2F, bro. What do you mean you want me to tell you that the stove is hot before you touch it? What? That's stupid. True. Yeah, exactly. That's a problem with profit targets. If you're at 195 and it's a goal of 200, well then now what? And that's fine. All I'm saying around here is we prefer like it's just way more enjoyable to see something happen that's not based in trust me, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like if you're offended by the fact that we would like to see something ahead of time and that we're skeptical of trust me, bros, then I don't know what to tell you. Anyone else get buffering? I don't know, maybe. The stream, I have seen the buffer circle show up a couple times, so maybe. Did he send you the invoice question mark? The flooring guy, what a scumbag. He wants paid. Hey, I bought your flooring. Can you pay? What? What do you mean I got to pay? You're not going to just buy it for me? Clay, you ever use a bigger account? Like, yeah, I like 50Ks and 150Ks. To go long here or not to go long? I might try it because I can get a pretty tight stop. Pay him. Yeah, I tried. He was like, no, we don't take stale Twinkies. I said, well, can I pay you in hugs? No, we don't take those either. Do you think this market will roll over in the next couple? I mean, I think so, but your guess is as good as mine. I think we have, this is my theory, so I could be dead wrong, but given the market is always forward looking, buy the rumor, sell the news, I think when the war is officially called off, I think, is that the news? And is that where things pull back? Because like right now, everybody keeps trying to anticipate the end of the war. Therefore, everybody keeps buying. So the rumor has continually been the war is almost over, right? This is just basic psychology that's been around forever. Buy the rumor, sell the news. If you're around long enough in trading, you will hear. All right, I got to take this call. I don't know. I don't know. Again, I saw all this stuff. This again, I'll assume everything you said is true. Good job. What I'm saying is, moving forward, if you don't mind, I'm done. Is just give us the trade plan ahead of time, not everything in hindsight. Just ahead of time. That's all I'm asking. Like it's just better that way, so we can cheer you on. Again, I do believe you. My only point is seeing stuff in real time is just way better than trust me, bros. That's my only point. So for your next trade, again, congrats on this trade, which I do believe you took. Congrats. I'm just saying on the next one to let us know ahead of time. That is just so much more like better. That's all I'm saying. Renfrew, are you still here? Okay, AMS is just gone off the obnoxious boat today. We got to put him in timeout. Holy smokes. Okay, yeah, but the original plan was a sand filter, but where the spot is going, it's super wet. And we think that there's just like a higher water table down there because it's down the hill. So yeah, we're guessing the water just kind of flows down there. So like it's super wet. So like the guy's point, which makes sense as well, a sand filter, that's not going to do too much when it's super wet ground the vast majority of the time. So that's why the original plan was a sand filter, but that's why we're now having to move to this system because the spot is apparently super, super wet. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, so that's where thing is like I'm not sure we have any other choices. I hear you though, and yeah, like and so yes, with that additional detail, that's kind of where we're at. That sand filter was the original. That was the original plan. I don't know. Do we get a short here off this area? I probably shouldn't even be trading. My mind is so far away from trading right now. Like I cannot tell you how far yeah. So let me put it this way. Well, first off, you should never be blindly following me anyways. That's like a really bad idea to blindly follow anybody. But man, it's like an extra, extra, extra bad idea to be blindly following right now because my mind is not really super focused on trading right now. But yeah, I hear what you're saying, Renfrew. That's true. The numbers I hear right now are based on today's prices, but obviously inflation is a thing. So I hear you. I don't know what other solutions we should go with. Yeah, uh, I mean, our house is being built up on like a top of like a hill. And so we can use gravity in our favor for the septic tank. It's like down the hill a little bit off to the side. But like this area is apparently very, very wet. But even if it dries up, then we know at least during the spring season, it is a wet portion of the property, which presents problems from a septic tank system. Maybe I should just call the county and be like, hey, can you just start running some sewer lines out here? I don't think that'd be very efficient though in the rural country of Iowa. Yeah, yeah. So but the yearly, okay. So who I was just talking to, he was telling me that is like, yeah, there's yearly maintenance that you have to do, but he's like, that's also kind of a good thing because it will help prolong the life. So it sounds like that will help extend the life out. But yeah, I guess they run through. They had the county inspector or county supervisor, whoever it is that like checks on all this stuff. And he used to, his former job was like builder and insert. So the guy basically had a lot of knowledge, and he's like, those are basically your two choices. Either, well, he did say, well, you could bring in an engineer and like he could do like, not even counting the engineering fee or the tanks or the pump, like just like the sand field or whatever, like you'd be probably at like $40,000, and then I don't know how much does an engineer cost for his fee, probably 5,000, and then you're at add another 5,000 for the pump and tanks and all this stuff. So it's like, so it's kind of either the Coco system or like a $50,000 plus system. That was kind of what I was given. Yeah, I was told a Coco system. So yeah, not a Pete system, a Coco. I guess maybe I could do the big elaborate one with the engineer and blah blah blah, but I'm gonna have to do like a code clay drive or something. Like I don't know what would that like. Okay, we're septic. Like I don't know. Discard Clay's poop. Use code Clay. What would be a good ring to that? Help with Clay's poop. Help get rid of Clay's poop. Code Clay. Code Clay to clean Clay. I don't know. Maybe we'll just run some. I don't know. I'll have to think about that from the marketing side. Just put in an outhouse. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, code Clay to. Man, that would have been nice. But like I said, hence my mind not totally on trading right now. Where is the rebound? What makes you think there's going to be a rebound? Code Clay to clean Clay's clay. Yeah, okay. Code Clay, yeah. By using code Clay, that's not bad. That's not bad, Nathan. That does. Thank you, Kreshar. It's everything is just extra stressful, right? Because on the backdrop of all this, like as you just watch oil price and gas prices go higher and higher, you know that everything is just going to get more expensive. So it's like crap. I don't want to spend any more money than I have. Oh, great, yeah, I'm already spending more money because it's just poor timing. Poor timing to start to build a house when missiles start to fly. But yeah, unfortunately, I was not on the inside track to know that, but. It could be worse though. Thankfully, we already had our lumber ordered and our windows ordered, so it's not like the increasing costs hit us everywhere. But code Clay, make Dookie, yeah, code Clay, yeah. I don't know. Well, you know, I would not foresee things going lower. I don't know. We'll see how hardcore the government gets. But you'd have the septic pumpers are allowed to dump sewage on fields at a rate of 24,000 gallons per acre. Well, what happens if could I do that with the farmer that rents my land? I guess, what are you suggesting? Are you suggesting that, yeah, I guess, so yeah, what are you saying, I guess? Code clay, make profit. Yeah, no, I like it, but like, if I'm gonna pay for this new septic system, then like, are you a farmer? No, but I have farm land that I rent to a farmer. Okay, here we go. Do we get a bouncer? Maybe. I'm gonna try along. I'll take the little scalpy scalp. My dad got lucky and got his house. I mean, a 1 million house back to 6. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Dude, hey. All right, all right. Okay, all right. Ban him. Ban him. What the? Dude. Okay. Sorry, man. I don't want to ban you. We'll put him in timeout. See if he can get his issue fixed. Yeah, that was actually not like a spammy message. That sounded like, yeah, like his key got stuck or something. All right, I might try another long here. See if we can get, I mean, we were sitting right at these lows. Okay, I'm in long. Come on. Come on. Come on, bounce. Bounce. Daddy needs a new septic system. Oh, crap. Pun intended. Come on. Doggone it. Maybe might just be a fake. I want to give it a chance. Nope. All right. Could still be a fake, but I mean, this is a very volatile mover, so yeah. Or not a fake. Well, I'm glad I hopped out where I did. Thought there wouldn't be a rebound. What? I don't understand. What do you mean? Thought there wouldn't be a rebound. I don't understand your question. Earlier I asked you why did you think there'd be a rebound, but that doesn't mean that I didn't say there wouldn't. I was asking what makes you think there will be a rebound. I'm not sure how you took that question to mean that I said that there wouldn't be one. But I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. I don't understand the relevance of your comment there, Aiden. Oh, that's true. New septic in 32 points. Could have shorted. Yeah, I could have. That's true. That rule was announced yesterday, self-made. We actually talked about it on yesterday's live stream. But yeah, nice new rule there. Oh, man. Hey, Tony. What is that yellow line coming from? Now, that's a pivot point down there, the orange, but why do I have a yellow line there? Oh, that must be from yesterday, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if that's really needed per se, but I'll get rid of that yellow line. Hey, dum-dum. I'll go short if you give me a trade plan. Going short is not a trade plan. If you think going short is actually a trade plan, then you are indeed a dummy dum-dum. You are, well, but you would not be a liar. You would be backing up your name. But yeah, sure, I'll go short if you give me a valid trade plan. Can you give me 3 numbers? I'm short. Trust me, bro. I want gum gum dum dum. Night at the museum. Let me guess. You're short from right there, aren't you, dum dum? You're short right there, aren't you? Wait, no. Wait, stupid me. No. You got short right there, didn't you? Yeah. Trust me, bro, I got short right there. Is that what you're about to tell us? I think that's where we're headed. Short 660. All right, Andy. That's respectable. A man of courage. You got short at 610. Okay, well, I appreciate your honesty because you were cooked. So, hey, shout out to you. You got short at 610 and you were cooked. What a bounce. Well, not that I was expecting that big of a bounce, but it would have been nice had I gotten the bounce right here instead of having it knock me out and then bounce. That was a quick loss. Yeah, I've been there before, Andy, where you have your trade plan and then, yeah, dum-dum, you definitely should have gone long. I'll give you respect, though. I mean, to admit to getting short there at 610, dang. That was a pretty bad entry on your part in hindsight. Sorry to hear that, Skeletor. I straight up had any of the Greeks trade with a fresh pro using minis. All right, if you're using minis on a day like today, I mean, that's pretty crazy. Okay, I'm long now. Yeah, where's your entry and where's your stop, dum dum? All right, I got to check the profile. Well, oh, okay, long at 680. Okay. And where's your stop at? Anyone with TPT rule change? What do you mean? There was a rule change yesterday that they'll automatically close your trade so nobody violates the overnight rule. What is it? They sent an email. Yeah, if you check your email, it's right in there. All right, might look for a short here at the 21 EMA. Okay, I'm short. Okay, I got a partial. Hello? You're only going to give me a partial? Again, if you were following me blindly on a day like today, that's always a bad idea anyways. But on a day like today, as I said, my mind is so far from trading right now. I feel like I'm in a dream. What was that? What? Okay, I got one. Fine, whatever. I have no idea what just happened there. No idea what just happened. What? Okay, that's news. News. Some kind of news. What was that? That was from 700 down to, yeah, we're at like a 70-point move here in a matter of seconds. Gonna start a short at 700. Okay, well, no, I don't believe you. Oh, it never even hit 700. It didn't even fill you. Now you're flat out lying, brother. Hi, 698.75. So no, you did not get filled there. See, you had the power of numbers. Dude, all right, so there's, okay, and oil is booming. So what is the news? The news, U.S. looking to restart, project freedom to unblock. Okay, yep, that would make sense. Wow. Okay, Dummy Dumb is going into timeout. I'm pretty sure they've been here before. Did gold drop like a rock too? Ooh, yeah. This is volatile for gold. This distance here, representing 5. Yeah, that's no joke. Gold is very volatile right now. Yeah, Sean, I think he's just trolling. Like, he's picking terrible spots as his actual trade plans. Just so, yeah. So just to see what oil is doing, the correlation is on. That's quite the boom boom candle here from oil. Oil probably headed to 101. What's at 101? What makes you think it's going to 101? That's oddly specific. Finally, a long squeeze. What is a long squeeze? I've never heard of a long squeeze before. You mean a short squeeze? The opposite of a short squeeze. Yeah, I've never heard of a long squeeze. So long squeezes mean prices go down? So I guess the argument would be longs are being forced to exit out of their position. Yeah, no, I just had to think through it. Like, yeah, he's saying longs that are loaded up on margin, the movement down is causing them to have to stop out. I just never heard of that before. Usually I just call that stuff like a dump. The price is dumping. The price is flushing. Longs can get squeezed, right? If you have an account and you're long and it's all on margin, there will be a time where the margin call shows up and makes you sell. So you're getting squeezed in the sense of you have to liquidate, you have to sell. So yeah, a long squeeze. I'd never heard of it before, but yeah, thinking through it, I've never called anything a long squeeze, but just like I don't really call things short squeezes that much either. Like I just call things a breakout, or man, the price is booming, or look at that huge like. Pay up, yeah. I'll send you some. I'll send you some. No, I'll send you some. I'll send you some Twinkies. Yeah. I'll use Pokemon cards as toilet paper. If you're typing right now to tell me how much Pokemon cards are worth and how much that would be a bad idea, I gotcha. I gotcha. Don't hit enter. Don't hit enter. You're falling into my trap if you're now telling me how valuable Pokemon cards are. Don't do it. Somebody said something about Pokemon cards, and I said, yeah, I'll use those as toilet paper. I let the goth kid across the street convince me to burn my Pokemon cards when I was a kid. Oh, that was definitely a big mistake. Thinking about maybe a short here. But then again, okay, this was news driven. So is this going to be one of the things now where we're witnessing the market kind of like, okay, all right, maybe that wasn't that big of a deal and it just heads right back up here to kind of where it was. And then I don't know. Yeah, today has officially been filled with some nasty moves. Including, I mean, now to be fair, this one it kind of bailed me out. Things were not looking so good, and then out of nowhere, it dropped in my favor. Again, these movements here, I just knew that's the type of market we're in, and why I continually say I think you are a crazy person if you trade futures outside of a prop firm, because these movements here can absolutely, like thousands upon thousands of dollars gone just like that. Where in the prop firm world, sure, your account may be gone just like that, but if you paid $100 for your account, I'd rather choose a crazy move costing me $100 as opposed to $3,000. I'm full port short for, yeah, and I'm Chuck Norris's dad. Saudis and Kuwait opening air bases. What am I saying? Meaning what? Like opening air bases I guess I didn't even realize they were closed. All right, I might try a short here. We have the high of this candle. We have the 21 EMA. Full port short is my Ooh, that'd be a cool private name. Yeah, I know what SQQ is. I just don't believe you that you're a full port short. When random new names show up and they just start yapping away and saying all this sort of stuff, given this is the internet, I just choose to like assume the person is just goofing around. So yes, Mike, I'll goof around back at you and claim that I am, you are full port short SQQQ just the same as I am Chuck Norris's dad. We weren't allowed to use, oh, I see. So now they're opening up their air bases so that we can use them. Gotcha. Thank you, Trade for Life. Okay, maybe a short here again. If it wants to come back down here, I'll take a swing at it. Looking for the rejection here off of the 21 EMA and a drop back below that overnight low. Now if it all right, never mind then. No confirmation. At this point, it's seemingly wanting to push up more. Who's Chuck Norris? Good try. That rage bait is just too obvious of rage bait to say who's Chuck Norris. Like there's just like no, there's no way, Cable Runner. That's a serious. That is like the epitome of rage bait. Yeah, I Mike, yeah. And I bought 1,120 Bitcoins for $32. You're trolling what? You want to see a picture? You want to see a picture or something? Maybe a short up here at the orange line, which is the previous session close. You can see back here, it rejected the price down several times. So we'll see if it's maybe got some more power behind it. And then when on the 5-minute, if you were to look, you would see that the 21 EMA is also a little bit below it. And then here on the 2-minute, we have the 50 SMA. So we kind of have several areas that suggest this kind of give or take a little bit, but this area here has some resistance. So I'm watching that area. No. My claim is I'm Chuck Norris's dad. That is my claim. What's your proof of that? Trust me, bro. That's my proof. Trust me, bro. So oil is, and this is what I was talking about earlier, it's one of those things where like when you get these news, I mean, there's always, not always, there's often a knee-jerk reaction. So the news came out, knee-jerk reaction, up, and then, okay, well, let's actually read, let's actually digest, let's actually think about this. Okay, yeah, maybe it's not quite as much of a big deal as what we thought, and then it goes right back to kind of where it started, and then just hovers around. So we'll see if that's ultimately happening, but that's kind of how I'm envisioning this, is right here, news came out, knee-jerk reaction. Well, wait a second. Let's think about it. Let's digest it a little bit. Oh, okay, maybe it wasn't as bad, and then all of a sudden it's right back to kind of where it was before the news happened. No problem, Krager. If it only happens once a week, that's fine. Oh, Oh, is that what it is, Ty? I thought it was a shriveled up cucumber. Oh, dang. Sorry. I thought it was a shriveled cucumber picture. I thought he was asking me something about the garden. Why am I getting these shriveled up little cucumbers? Clay, if I get fired, can I come live with you guys? Yeah, of course. Don't ask stupid questions. Of course you can. You can be the pool boy. And we're not going to have a pool either. So I'll just leave that there. Yeah, I got a septic tank, or I got a septic pool, that's for sure. All right, well, like I said, I was describing this area. I did talk about the purple line, but for me, it was never really trying to get short at that purple line, but right there, the 50 SMA doing work. But and maybe it'll still come up in this general area here. Yeah, of course, Kevin. I mean, why? Everybody needs to stop asking dumb questions. Of course you can come live with me. We'll need a mod house. Yeah, the mod house will be in the outhouse. Trump is getting ready. Ooh, all right. Thank you, David. Yeah, I can feed you as long as you like corn or soybeans. I have acres of those. Now the farmer does flip flop them every year, but like I will gladly pay you feed you with either corn or soybeans. So I guess technically you'll have to become a vegetarian. But I also hear there's a lot of raccoons. So if you want to get your protein, you'll have to go trap a raccoon. Oh, I know. That's such a shame, JJ. Don't remind me. That's crazy. maybe I'll try again next year. Why don't people just steal all the free corn growing everywhere? Because in America, we have this thing called the Second Amendment. Next question. Dang it, I cooked the... Oh, sorry to hear that. What account size was it? Just some tofu for you? Oh, you'll get along with Jimbo. You're a fellow soy boy? Yeah, you and Jimbo will get along nicely. Dang, man. So you were $600 above the buffer? You just want big gains, man. Like, to me, so curious question, and maybe this could help you out. Why did you not look at that trade as perfect? The account has not only paid for itself, but I now have a great ROI. Let's just make sure I get this trade, because again, that's how I envision each account is a trade. Why don't I make sure this trade is totally paid for with extra money in my pocket? So now I have like a 300% let's just do the math real quick. So this was a new pro. Maybe this will help you out to not be such a greedy savage. So you did a 50K, you said. You used code Clay, so you got it for 102. So that was your amount invested, 102. And then you said you were 600 above the buffer. Okay, so let's just do this real quick to make it accurate. So you were 600 above the buffer, which means you get to keep 80% of that, so times 0.8. So that means you were owed $480. So that means you are now going to get $480 paid to you. So let's see the ROI on that. So right there, you have on that quote-unquote trade, on that account, you had a 370% ROI. But yet that apparently was not good enough for you, so you wanted to keep trading. Why not just lock in that payout? Ensure that you have yourself the nice 370% ROI, and then tomorrow, you know what, if you're up $600 and you want to keep trading, so be it. Because at least you've already locked in a 371% ROI. So, I don't know. That's how I would look at that situation, and maybe that can help you, no pun intended, in the future to not cook those accounts. And I don't doubt you were trading good. I'm just saying, in this situation, aka it was a brand new account. So like, why not, for me, why not just get that burden off your head? Like the account's been paid for, plus you have a 370% ROI. And then tomorrow you can go back to just trade however you want, because at least the account had been paid for. But now think about it. So this is how much it actually cost you, right? So you had 480, but now you've got to fire up another account, right? So you have to go, and if you're going to do another 50K account, right? Well, that's going to cost you 102. So that trade actually did not cost you $480. It cost you $480 plus the new account that you have to get. So that was actually, within your finances, that was a $582 swing against you. I think a lot of people often forget that number. If I take this trade, so let's say you're up some money already. If I take this trade and I'm wrong and I lose the entire account, you've got to add on, well, the new account that you're going to probably buy, and assuming you're not just going to give up. So that was even bigger of a swing against you there. Again, I hopefully this isn't coming across as me trying to rub salt in your wound. I'm just trying to give you a way to look at that so that, again, no pun intended, in the future, maybe you can stay grounded a little bit better. I'm not trying to twist I guess I'm trying to twist the knife, but not like in a mean way, just in try to hammer home the point. Nice job, dork. Correct, yeah. $1,500 buffer for 25K account. Correct, convict. Why is everything demo accounts now? Well, are you saying prop accounts or demo accounts? Because in my mind, a demo account is a situation where you have zero skin in the game. Like there's no risk at all. But that's not the case with a prop account. Sure, you may be in a simulated environment, but there is definitely skin in the game, and there is definitely the opportunity to make real money. But again, I don't know what you mean. If you mean that literally like demo account as in like no risk, then I was not aware that a lot of people are in demo accounts. Don't catch knives, folks. It's not a thing that ends well. I mean, I catch knives. Do I sometimes get cut? Sure. But does that mean that I blow up my account? No. I mean, right here, I try to play a bit of a knife catch. Yeah, right here. It did not work, so I stopped out. Demo is like casting fishing rod on a football field. It looks like you're doing something, but you're not. Kind of. We're basically in agreement, Benjamin. It sounds like you're making an argument that demo trading is completely and utterly worthless. I think it's pretty worthless, but I'm not going to say there's like zero value in it. Mike, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know how are you defining a demo account? Are you defining a demo account as literally zero skin in the game? Or are you saying that like prop firms, a prop account is a demo account? I What's the 1 hour, 5 hour chart look like? I don't know. I don't use those. You're asking the wrong guy, brother. Yeah, no, yes, agreed. That's how I define demo. I'm just not sure how Mike's 9777 is defining demo. But yeah, I agree, Benjamin. That is how I would define demo. But I have seen it where sometimes people call prop firms demos, and they do that because yeah, the trading is in a simulated environment. However, there is skin in the game, and there is the possibility to make real money. And I don't know if he's in that camp or not. That's what I meant. That's what. Yeah, I'm so not sure. That's what I meant. Define that. I mapped out two scenarios. I think if there's one thing that'll drive me to to just wave the white flag on live streaming is, and again, it's such a tough spot because I understand from your point of view, you just heard me say something, so that's what you're responding to. But like with the delay, the use of broad terms, this, yes, well, man, this looks good. Well, what looks good? I understand. I might have just said something and you heard me say it. So you're like, okay, yeah, this looks good. But you have to remember, in your point of view, I said that like 4 seconds ago. Plus, I have a big mouth. So I've said a million other things in that 4 seconds. So by the time I see your message that says this sounds good, I don't know what this is. So if people just avoid the broad words, you really do help out a live streamer. Sorry. I'm looking. I'm looking at our cabinet bid just showed up. Good grief. How come nobody told me that building a custom house is expensive? Why was I not told this? What is going on with my life right now? I'm just joking around. It is what it is. Oh, okay. How's that for a demo auto message? Zogru, I have to confess, the past couple of days, I have had a very hard time understanding anything that you're saying. It's like your account has been hacked, and somebody is like just talking very mysteriously. All right, maybe a short here. Let's see. Whoops, sorry. I got a million things. Potentially a short. Oh, all right. That's a little bit more. I'm chasing here a little bit. What? What was? And oil dumps. Man, what terrible timing. Thankfully, I did 3. Little, I mean, all I needed was 1 more second hesitation. 1 more second, and I would have been just fine. That's something. It was displayed as 90s computers, but functionally 1 out of 10. Last time I got up to that purple line, rejected. We are near the 21 EMA in the 5 minute. So maybe a short here. Again, I am not in my right mind right now. So if you are blindly following me, that's already really stupid. But if you are blindly following me on a day like today where outside life, home building has been filled with plenty of drama and phone calls, then you are definitely out of your mind. All right, I'm short. Reject. Come on, reject. Just like you did last time. Oh, I did 5 this time too, huh? All right, we're right at the 21 EMA in the 5 minute. I'm wondering if I should just add. See if we can get a little bit of a... Okay, I did add. Come on, 21 EMA, do your thing. Come on. What a piece of garbage. Come on. Watching oil really, and if I can get a bounce up on oil here, that'll help me out on this one. So come on, oil, bounce. I don't know if I'm going to get that bounce, though. I already got a little bit of a bounce, but... Come on. Come on. There we go. Uh-oh. Well, oil's bouncing, and this thing's not really... Come on. Get below that blue line. Go. Oh. Come on. Come on. Yeah, this is not looking good now. Oh, yeah, this is not looking good. Come on. I better just get out. Oil is just... What I'm scared of is this. Oil coming up here, bumping its head right around this area, the 21 EMA, and then coming back down. And if it does that, that is going to cause, or at least I think that is going to cause this, which is the MNQ, to go up. That's why I wanted to get out, because that's a pretty... Again, oil could V-shape, but like if I'm depending on a V-shape to bail me out of this, I don't really like that situation. Again, could it V-shape? Yes. But if you find yourself in a situation where like, okay, I need a V-shape to bail me out, that's not so good, because V-shapes are not the norm. And yeah, as of now, that's what's happening here. So right, like I said, it bumped its head on the 21 EMA. It is now dropping back down. And then you can see here, again, I would not have been stopped out. My way of the white flag point was up here. That's what's called a mental stop. Wait, I never saw a stop loss. Yes, because I was using a mental stop, and that was a point where if it... So I still, to be fair, I would not have been stopped out yet. So maybe I should have held, because maybe this thing does roll back over. But that's kind of how I'm gauging it right now, is if this thing does come up through there, I would have been stopped out. But that's essentially, if you are short right now, that's what you need from oil. You need oil to overcome this pretty nasty move downwards. Again, that is totally possible. That is totally possible, but as much as it may seem this way, like everything's a V-shape, I assure you, not everything is a V-shape. V-shapes are like awe-inducing because they're rare, right? Things that are not rare, like if you see a sparrow, you're not like, oh, right? Everybody's seen a sparrow, right? Now, if you see a bald eagle, depending on where you live, it's like, whoa, a bald eagle, right? Because that's a rare sighting. Again, depending on where you live. Well, Clay, I live in Alaska and I have 18. Well, I'm not talking about you that live out in Alaska. I'm talking about generally speaking. So yeah, we'll see if oil does. Now, my ego really wants to see oil go back up, because then that would, or I'm sorry, yeah. I want to, yeah. The mental struggle of knowing. Right. Well, that's, again, rookie. That is the whole point of the racehorse model. So you don't have to even worry about that. That is precisely on why the racehorse model exists. Like, okay, I'm not sure it might have been me not using a very good analogy. Are you saying that in Portugal, seagulls are rare to see? All right, it would be getting close to potentially stopping me out. And yes, because oil is now heading down and not V-shaping, that is why this one is heading up. Again, I'd still be in in fact, I don't know. Do I get in right here? That's kind of an interesting short. All things considered, look right here. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right, I'm going to try a short here because I can just have such a tight stop. And by tight stop on a day like today, I mean 14 points, which is kind of bonkers. Again, I will get short at the red line. And then my stop will be at that green line. So I'm risking, like I said, about 14 points with slippage. Let's call it 16. Now, if the price comes up through that green line, I will no longer be interested. Why? Don't do it. Why not? I mean, if I lose, okay, I'm still green on the day. Okay, now again, if it goes through the green line, the trade plan is no longer valid. All right, so never mind. No longer valid trade plan because my risk profile is now changing, so never mind. It was holding at earlier level for too long to drop. Well, yeah, I know. That's fine. Overfitted ego. I understand from your angle. That's fine. I'm not refuting that. For you and your strategy and your requirements and your rules, it was not a short. Don't do it. No problem at all. My point is, we all got our little twists and turns. We got our little nuances of how we have our strategies. I appreciate you looking out for me though, but I'm good, brother. I'm good. Maybe I'm not good. Well, it looks like we were both wrong, overfitted ego. You're like, don't do it. Don't do a short. And I was trying to short, but then well, you saw it. It didn't meet my requirements, so I canceled the trade. So we were definitely both wrong. I was a little bit more right, though, I think. Because I at least tried to go short. You didn't. You were like, don't go short at all. You're all right. You're all right. It happens. Hey, There's only two types of traders out there. Those that have made wrong decisions and liars. Those are the two categories. Unless you're Barbara. Unless you're Barbara. Crap. Crusher. Too whippy? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I messed up with Barbara. Hey, thank you, Wes. I appreciate that. Glad you're finding some entertainment. Always warms my... Now, some people, that comment will upset some people, Wes. Don't tell this dude he's entertaining. He's not. He's mean. He's a jerk. He reminds me of the guy who was a few grades ahead of me in grade school. Okay, so this guy that was a few grades ahead of you looked like a Greek god. I can see that. Fair enough. Oh, no, you're fine. I don't care if you're not. I'm not here to... Wes, you could tell me that 2 plus 2 equals 7. But if you follow that up with... And Clay, I find this entertaining, I'd be like, cool. Cool. I don't care that you think 2 plus 2 equals 7. I'm kidding. I would probably try to point that out that maybe that's not true. Bear flag over on, or probably more so a bear pennant on oil. And it is just slowed down. I mean, look at the size of this candle right now. Then again, it's really actually quite fast. When you look at these numbers and how fast, they're changing, that number right there being the number I like to look at to see how fast it changes. So even if it's a smaller looking candle, I mean, that number is still moving quite a bit, which shows today how, like, it is look at that. Holy smokes. All right. Again, I'm not in the right mind, but I'm going to about try long here. I should probably go to 3. Oh, yeah, good point, Ryder Rick. That's a great call. Yeah, so what's the status with Trump? 2 plus 2 equals 12. See, I learned something. There you go. See, Wes is learning. But yeah, what? Do we have any updates on that? Thank you, Rick. That is a good point. All the chip stocks have barfed everywhere. Oh, have they? So does that mean... Wait, SanDisk is not a chip stock, right? SNDK. Did this finally pull back? Oh. I thought this would have been more violent. Maybe this is just the start of a way more violent pullback. What's NVIDIA doing? NVIDIA's a chip. Wait, what did you say? This is a chip stock, isn't it? What's AMD doing? What's BTX doing? I own BTX in the retirement, by the way. A close-ended fund, but it revolves around the chip stocks. You get a nice dividend with it. So yeah, that is. I like to keep an eye on that one. BTX. Yeah, there you go. Again, that would be something if you're after passive income, which in my wealth building journey, that is what I seek right now. I want that passive income. I'm not necessarily totally concerned with trying to grow my money as big as possible, which is where, a growth stock would come in, right? If you're trying to grow your money, growth stocks, but a growth stock may not pay a dividend or maybe has a very small one. But at that point, if your goal is not passive income and you're just trying to grow your net worth, then yeah, growth stocks. So there's always trade-offs. So in other words, if you're in the phase of I'm just looking to grow my money, I don't care about passive income right now, then yeah, BTX probably S&D as a memory stock, yeah. ARM, APLD. So what is NVIDIA then? What's NVIDIA considered? They're not considered a chip stock? I was thinking of getting long here, wasn't I? Man, I got to go to work after this. Got to put my work clothes on. I never even talked about that, but yeah, yesterday was my first day of work at the job site. Cleaned up some scraps, swept out some areas, picked up some nails. So yeah, I got to head to the job site after this. I don't know what's on the store as long as it's mindless work though. So it felt good though yesterday. I'm telling you what, I woke up a little sore this morning. Dude, I felt like such a man. But it felt good. Got back yesterday from the job site. Gave my wife a smooch. Played a little tonsil hockey. I won 3-8. Or I'm sorry, I won 6-7. See, I'm still hip with you. I'm hip with you young folk out there. Felt good. It felt good. It got the testosterone flowing. I can't wait. What's disturbing? What's disturbing, Dev? Tell me right now what's disturbing. It's not hip to say hip. I don't know if I ever... No, but I know. I said so many things, Dev. Which one of the things are you kidding about being disturbing? The tonsil hockey thing? Or the testosterone thing? Like I said, I just said a sequence of many ridiculous things. So I'm not sure which one of those you found disturbing. Again, I understand you're kidding. But hence the problem of broad terms. That's disturbing. Well, what is disturbing? Because I just said 37 different things. Tonsil. Oh, dude, stop it. You know you play yourself some tonsil hockey. Dude, Dev, stop. Stop, brother. I guess you could be a sister if it's Devilin. Or I don't know, maybe you're a furry. I don't know what you are, but I don't know what you identify as. I'm over here trading with my... Oh, thank you, Fish. I'm glad I could make somebody laugh. And I don't like bro anymore. Hipster cause that. Is dirty hippie. No like groovy as a slang. Hip... Oh, yeah. Okay. So what is interesting is if, okay, well, I guess that, or again, that's why I like this level. Previous session close. Is it a holy grail? That's not what I'm saying. Do I think it might be worth experimenting with? Throwing on your chart if you have room for something else. Now, if you already have 8,000 indicators, probably don't worry about it. But if you have room on your chart, again, right here. Last close. So Tiki OHLC is the indicator that you'd have to get from the community. And then, I mean, you could click a lot of other things, but I just use it for this. The last close. Previous session close. I don't know, might be worth, I think it's worth experimenting with. Here's our most recent data. Look how beautiful this has served as a resistance area. But anyways, back to the point of, I'm wondering, I don't know, do you play a breakout through there? But I don't know, given the track record of it. If I were to play a breakout, it'd definitely have to be a confirmation, meaning waiting to see it get above there before going long. Tonsil hockey is a wild concept. It's a fun one, though. Bro is so Beach Boy surfer. Who? Who is so Beach Boy surfer? W-E. So oil is still just kind of putzing around with its bear pennant, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it is, when you just look at the lows, you have a low here, rolled back down, low here, came back down, low here. So, I mean, the price is working its way up. So, you're always getting this wedge. But that's what I'm saying. To try to anticipate the break, that would not be my cup of tea. I'd probably want to wait for confirmation first. Don't call me bro. Too many folks using word brother, and that's from... Who are you talking to, Zokru? I am worried for you, brother. Do you got like Sharpies next to you? Okay, so Zokru, this is how I envision you right now. This is a handful of Sharpies. You're doing this, like you're typing and then you're like... I mean, is that what you're doing? I don't know what you're talking about. You're like just talking. I'm confused. Like, this is what he's done. He's lined a bunch of them up like this. So these are all Sharpies, and he's just doing this. That's what he's doing. That's Zokru right now. Bro lost a trade, and is he mad? I don't even know what he's talking about. Is he mad at me? Is he taking shots at me? I don't know what he's talking about. Do we have a translator? Hey, Clay. Little Clay trader. What do you want to be when you grow up? Where do you see yourself in 30 years from now? Says my third grade teacher. Well, teacher, I see myself on this thing called the internet, on this thing called YouTube, on this thing called live streaming. And I see myself pretending as though I'm sniffing Sharpie markers because I don't understand what this stranger who probably lives in their mom's basement is saying to me. That's where I see myself in 30 years from now, teacher. I can't say that's a true story. Can't say that's a true story. No, this is a highlighter. This is a pen, and this is just a pencil. So no, unfortunately, I do. I say unfortunately. Yeah, some days it feels like that. Unfortunately, I do not have a bunch of Sharpies here. That's hard average. Do you see what I mean? Like, I don't... If that teacher could only see you now, they'd be so disappointed. They'd probably be like, that's my fault. I was a terrible teacher. Like, what did I do to that kid? Bro, you got blueprint wrong. Me too. Your art teacher was your Sharpie dealer. I'm not going to confirm or deny anything. No, art class was art. So, okay. So my daughter Joy, she always gets uptight around Christmas time. Because, you know, when people sing Joy to the World, she's like, I don't like Joy to the World, because then people, like my friends and people, all stare back at me and be like, oh, Joy to the World. It's like, I hear you, Joy. But you have to remember, me, Clay, you have to remember, and back in art class, when the teacher would say, okay, next week we're going to play with Clay. And then everybody would be like, and I'm like, it could be worse, Joy. You could have been named Clay, and then you could have had that. I'm going to play with you, Clay. You know? So, I mean, it was one of those things where I hear you, but it could be worse, Joy. It could be worse. Clay slangs Coke. Like, if you're going to accuse somebody else of something with drugs and then you have a message filled with typos and spelling errors, you do realize the irony in that, right? Stop, Steve-O. Stop. Stop. No, that's not true. Stop. That's not true. I refuse to believe it's true. That would just be... Was he a proctologist? Name what that's from. Name what that's from. There we go, Philly. BMR. Yes, correct. Seinfeld. Oh, good stuff. All the videos he has reinforces the snarpy shifting theory 100%. Again, I'm not... Okay, some of you are so dented. I'm not this paint sniffer. I was doing an impression of somebody else. You... beautiful, dented baboons. Yeah, the market did kind of die out a little bit. But hey, if you had a good time, if you got some laughs, if you got, I don't know what, but you want to help support the stream, because this is totally viewer supported. So if you want to help keep it ad free and just flat out keep the stream alive and going, then the way to do that is code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms. And it does have to be all caps because it's case sensitive. But if you're a beginner experienced, I recommend Take Profit Trader, especially like I said, if you're a beginner to the prop firm space. But I don't understand. Everybody's at different points of their journey. Some people are looking at empire build across multiple prop firms. So these are all the prop firms that I do have code CLAY with. So you can win on multiple fronts. You can win by saving yourself money by using code CLAY, and then you can just help support a stream that you enjoy. So I'm going to go ahead and call it good. This was one for the record books in the sense of there was a lot going on in the personal life too. But we managed, we made it through, and now I got to get to work. I got to go to the job site. I got to pick some stuff up. I got a who knows what the boss is going to have in store for me. But I'm looking forward to doing some mindless work now over at the home build. So thank everybody for being here. On your way out, if you don't mind hitting that like button, that would be great. If you're not yet a subscriber, make sure to subscribe and make sure to hit the notification bell. I'll be back tomorrow at, you know what? I might do a morning stream tomorrow, actually. So I'm not even going to say I'm going to be back at 11 a.m. So I'll put it this way. Make sure you definitely have the notification bell on because I'm thinking about maybe doing like Friday mornings. I don't know yet. I will think about it, but I might do a little experimenting and do a Friday morning. So market open live stream. But I don't know yet. So anyways, if you don't hear anything about market open, then it'll just be 11 a.m. Eastern as normal. But I've been thinking about maybe trying to mix that in, and we'll see what happens with it. But yeah. So yeah, keep an eye on that. Is Lucid better compared to Take Profit? Again, it's a question of nuance. If you're a beginner to the prop firm space, then just go with Take Profit Trader. Very, very clean set of rules. If you are experienced, then which one of those is better? Well, I don't know. I don't know your strategy. I don't know what rules may or may not affect you, what rules you ultimately care about. So it's just, Milani, that is a case-by-case basis. But if you're in the category of, I'm just getting started into the world of prop firms, just don't overwhelm yourself with a million different prop firms you can choose from. Take Profit Trader has a very clean set of rules that even a beginner can understand. So I guess it depends if you're a beginner or experienced. So there you go. All right, take care, everybody. Have a good one. And like I said, make sure you turn on the notifications because we may do a opening bell stream tomorrow. We'll see what happens. So take care. Have a good one. Please use code Clay